Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Minnow Rogue back at it with another YouTube video. Today we're going to be looking at how you guys can survive early, mid, and late game while being as effective as possible and being as efficient as you can be. I'm going to be showing you guys how you can get into the different stages of the game with also picking up kills and money and all that good stuff. So let's get right into it. So quickly before the video does start, just a reminder, I do stream on Twitch every day, Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. EST. If you guys want to go over there, the link should be in the description and it should be on screen right now if you want to show me some love. It really does help me out as I am trying to grow on Twitch as well. Also, if you have any questions, you can always ask me over there, so why not? You know, it's always a good thing to get those answers that you need. Alright, so starting off with the early stage of the game, the first thing you're going to want to do is pick a good landing spot. This is very crucial. A couple spots that I do enjoy landing at that's usually not too populated, it's going to be the military base, the little huts there, as well as Boneyard. I find this is a really good spot that's less contested, but it does have all of that loot, including contracts for loot and just in general a lot of stuff that will help you get through that early stages of the game. So once you find your spot to land, the first thing you're going to want to do is get a gun in your hand. You're going to make sure you get a gun that you're comfortable using. If you're not comfortable using it, you know, you probably don't want to have that in your hand for too long. So just right now, once you land and you got your spot down, just make sure you prioritize get a gun in your hand, get some cash, grab your contract. Start pushing the contract as soon as possible. If it's a scav or whatever contract it is, if it's a bounty, then I would recommend you try to get your loadout first before you push that. But in general, you're going to want to get a scav or maybe one of those timed contracts and just go ahead and carry out with that. So one thing that is very crucial to this early game is to make sure you don't take a fight that's unnecessary. I know a lot of people, as soon as they land, they want to get those kills and those early kills, but don't take a fight unless it's completely necessary. So what I mean by necessary is if the other team is forcing you into the fight and you have to take it or you're gonna die. So try not to take any fights unless you for sure know you're gonna kill them, so they're running in the open and you have a gun that you know how to use, or if you're getting forced into a fight. Other than that, do not take a fight unless you get that early game loadout drop. So now just a recap on what you're going to be doing on the first stage of the game, which is going to be the early state, is you're going to want to prioritize looting, prioritize money, prioritize some bounties or some scavengers, and then you're going to want to prioritize getting your loadout. And then from there on, you're going to be looking at around zone 2 or mid zone 2, and that's when you're going to start heading into the mid game. Alright, so heading into mid game, a couple things your team should already have is going to be first that free loadout that you get from the game, as well as the second loadout that you guys are going to have from just buying it. So with that, you guys should be ghosted, as that's something that you're going to need, especially when you're going into the late game. Teams are going to be popping UAVs left and right, and you don't want to be getting picked up by any of those. So just make sure your team does get ghost from those two loadouts. So once you are in mid game, you should already have your loot and armor plates. Everything should be set out in stone just for that game to go quite smoothly. And from here, you're going to have a couple options. So your options are either going to be play zone, you can go bounty hunting, you can pick up the free kills that people may be running in front of you. That's an easy way to pick up some easy kills. And you can also third-party fights. So if you hear gunshots, you start going towards them and finish up the last couple people that are still alive from that fight. So each of these do come with their own advantages. So let's start off with playing zone. So playing zone is basically setting yourself up for the next step of the game. However, you're going to lose out on some possible loot and money and kills if that matters to you. While on the other hand, you have bounty hunting, where you're going to get money, you're going to get kills, but you're not going to be setting up yourself for that late game, because you won't have the best possible position in zone. However, you can still get a decent position. So, and then the next one is just picking up kills in front of you. This one really doesn't have a negative. It's just people running in front of you. You're going to wipe them, you're going to take their stuff, and that's free kills, free money, free loot. So then third partying fights is the last one I would say that you're going to be doing in mid game. Third partying is super good because you're cleaning up, you should be cleaning up that team quite easily. They should be in the middle of plating or looting or rezzing, so that's free kills, that's free loot, and you're gonna be wiping out another team that can possibly already have like extremely good loot, such as like UAVs and stuff like that. So one helpful tip for the mid game is to make sure you pop a UAV. So whenever you get 4K, just go ahead and buy a UAV and pop it. This is going to help you either secure either free bounty kills. It's going to help you know where to rotate if there's a team in front of you. It's going to tell you if there's a team running right in front of you that you may have not seen for free wipes. And it can even possibly help you get into a third party fight where you can clean up the last couple of guys in a fight. Alright, so to recap on the middle game section, the couple things you are going to want to be doing is you're going to want to be either playing zone, you can go bounty hunting, make sure you're picking up the free kills in front of you, and you're going to want to make sure you're third partying fights. You're also going to want to make sure you are popping those UAVs to pick up free kills that may be right in front of you that you may not have been aware about. So now moving on to the late game, this is going to be the hardest stage of the game, as it's very little space for any errors to be made. So late game, I would consider zone 5 and up, basically whenever the zone is starting to get really compact and there's almost like no space for you guys to move without being spotted. So when you finally do make it into late game, a couple things you're going to want to make sure you have prepared from mid game is going to make sure your whole team has self-res. Someone has a UAV to keep for rotations, and whenever you think a team is in front of you, make sure you're not wasting any resources. This kind of goes in hand with not taking fights that you don't need to take. For example, if there's people across the map, there's no point in spraying at them, you're just losing ammo, and chances are they're going to get downed and they're going to get rezzed again, and there's nothing you can do to finish them. So you're also going to want to make sure you're playing the zone and not just getting in the zone. You're going to want to take the less contested side with more buildings, or just somewhere where you have the advantage over others. And this advantage could be anything ranging from buildings, cliffs, or just high ground in general, just whatever gives you more cover than the other team and whatever would put them in the open rather than you. So that's going to be pretty much all that you need to survive all of the early, mid, and late game situations that you're going to get put into. Just make sure you follow all of those tips, and you are for sure going to see quite a bit of improvement over time. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit of time, and eventually these tips are going to get burnt into your brain, and you're going to start learning how to play with using these tips like it's second nature to you. So just make sure you keep following them, keep remembering that what your next step is, and you're for sure going to have success and win more games. So that's going to be the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out quite a bit. If you guys enjoyed these type of videos, make sure you comment in the description letting me know if I should do more of these videos like this. Also remember, I do stream on Twitch every day, Monday through Friday. If you guys want to go over there and check me out, give me some support, I really do appreciate it. But I'll catch you guys next video.